It's Unstable Topic with Sarah and Maggie.
Hey, bestie.
Yesterday when I picked up Martha Jean from school, I always ask her, like, what's something that you can't stop thinking about? Because I think that's some good conversation, you know? And I didn't even get to ask her. She was just like, "Mom, I can't stop thinking about how I snuck extra worksheets." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "I went to the table and I put them in a stack and I made sure none of the corners showed. So it looked like I only had one paper, but really I had three papers. And I took it back to the table and then I put them in my backpack and no one even knew." And I was like, "Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say."
So a couple things are happening here, in my opinion. One, great planning on Martha Jean's part. You know, she's able to think ahead, see the problem, solve the problem before it arises, and execute. You
Right. And the
know,
problem was
that's
that
some
she was only supposed to
that's
take
good.
one worksheet, but she wanted to take three. She wanted them for her
Yes.
brothers, you know?
Oh, that's so kind. Are they? Was it like homework or was it just for
It
fun?
was just for fun. I was like, what do you think would have happened if the teacher saw you took more than one?" And she said, "I think she would have told me to put them back." And I was like I was like, "Did you
Gosh, man,
taking
that's
them mean that
sneaky.
another kid didn't get a worksheet?" And she goes, "No, there were lots of different options, like lots of different types of worksheets, and not everyone took them." So I was like, "Okay, this seems like a victimless crime. I'll allow it."
I wondered though if she would have asked the teacher, "Hey, can I take 2 extra for my brothers?" The teacher would have had the same response as me, like, "Oh my gosh, absolutely you can. That is so
Right,
thoughtful."
I know. That's I tried to say too, I was like, "You could have asked," and she goes, "Yeah, but I snuck it." I was like, "Okay." The thrill.
You know, I cannot wait to see what she sneaks next and also tells you about.
Yeah.
Like as she grows up, like, "Mom, I can't stop thinking about the fact that I went into a convenience store and I saw these lottery tickets that you're always getting. And instead of just getting one, I matched the corners up and took away 3 for you and dad.
Yeah.
And then what if one of those lottery tickets is the winner? What do you
Well,
do
you
then?
have to buy them, so I don't think you can sneak them. But I
Maggie, live in this world with me. Live in this world with me where this happens. I don't understand why you have to kibosh it so quickly. You are an improv queen, and here you are saying
No,
no.
Sarah, I don't understand.
No.
Um,
In reality,
yeah, I mean, I would keep the winnings for sure. But it is funny. She has snuck so they have, like, mailboxes, and they're only supposed to put stuff in their mailboxes, and she's told me, like, her friend will put something in her mailbox, and she'll be like, "Yeah, we went over to the mailboxes," and then really fast, she put it in my mailbox. It's just like
my gosh,
the
she's an
pre-K
adrenaline junkie.
the pre-K deception that's really going on. But I think it's like, a victimless crime, like I said. I think it's gonna end up being totally fine. Totally fine. Not a problem to worry about.
I do. Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot of us. Um, I think it's it is foreshadowing your future.
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah, as long as she's telling me
She's very
about it, I'm
creative.
okay. Sneak away.
I am gonna steal that idea. I'm gonna be sneaky and take something from you, just like MJ did. And I'm going to take what's something you can't stop thinking about. And I guarantee my son will tell me Minecraft. He's
Minecraft?
watching yeah, he's not playing Minecraft because he's not old enough, but we were watching magnetile videos, building magnetiles because he likes to see how you can build them together. And my husband was watching with him on YouTube because it's YouTube, you can't watch without a parent
Mhm.
there. And it came up another video and it was Minecraft building. So it's a person building in Minecraft. whatever. There was a beach house. It builds it. It tells you what he's building and with what. Walter is fascinated with Minecraft, watching videos of Minecraft with someone building something. Fascinated. So I'll be like, "Hey Walter, what do you think about?" "You know, Mom, I can't stop thinking about how in Minecraft you can build a basement and put in an aquarium." And I'm like,
It's like,
"Oh,
okay, no
that's
gossip from
exciting.
school. Gotcha.
You got any tea?" "No."
Well, I have some tea coming in hot with this fact. Are you ready for your fact?
"I'm ready."
When temperature gets higher, so does the crime rate. Crimes like assault, theft, vandalism are more likely to be committed in warmer weather as the hot temperature makes people focus less on the future, thus leading to more aggressive and spontaneous behavior.
110 degrees believe this. Like, I I yes, duh. It's like a duh. Like, we live in Texas, all right? And it's hot 8 months out of the year. And if you're outside for an extended period of time, I will commit crimes. I will do something I shouldn't do because I'm upset. I'm pissed. It's hot and I'm not
Mhm.
cool. Like, put me back inside and I'm
Yeah.
fine. Give me in a temperate climate, I'm
Yeah.
great.
But be hot, do crimes,
And
you know?
be hot, but not be hot physically. Like, let's be clear.
Right. No, be sweaty, do
You and I are
crimes.
very be sweaty, do crimes.
Yeah, it does put you
Gosh,
on edge.
yes. Oh my gosh, 100%. 110%
110%
degrees.
degrees. Yeah. That's the one thing that I'm, like, most ashamed of in my life was at ACL my freshman year of college. I was in line for swag, and this guy cut me off in line, and his little personal fan fell off his backpack, and I was so mad that he cut me in line that I stepped on his fan and broke it, and that's something that, like, not even Hat Maggie would do. Like, Maggie would never do that, but hot, sweaty Maggie
Hot,
was like,
hot,
"Imma
sweaty Maggie.
break this thing of yours that you need because it's 110 degrees."
Yeah. I I would do the same thing. Like, I don't disagree, and there's very little that you can well, I don't say that. There's things that you could do in 110-degree weather that I would be like, "Yes, I understand. I
You get a
understand."
pass. You get a pass.
You get a
Yeah.
pass. Like, honestly, we all need to get a pass when it's summertime. Like, you gotta give some grace and some leniency to people when it's I think the temperature has to be above 100.
Yeah, and you have to and it can't be, like, a really bad thing, but you could let's say it's 110 degrees and you steal a popsicle, you know? Like, I'm not gonna
Like
that's a crime that is of course, or it's 110 degrees and you yell at someone who's driving funny,
yes.
you know? Like, that's I get
Yeah.
that. I get it.
You know, it brings another meaning to cooling stations. Cause you know how people like, cities put up cooling stations in the
Mhm.
summer? Yeah, you need to cool off physically and emotionally. Take your deep breaths, bring your body temperature back down, remind yourself this is temporary heat. You only have 3 more months of it before it gets back to manageable. You're gonna be okay.
This is a good segue to react then. Sarah, we know that we live in
Mhm.
Texas. Crime rises when it's hot. How are you going to survive this Texas summer coming up? We have to start planning now
Don't
because it's already hot.
don't even I have thought about this. And granted, today's high 52
Mhm.
and it's April 6th. But it was 90 degrees 3 days ago. A la springtime in Texas. So I've thought about this and I have a plan. I'm going to do a lot of activities in the air conditioning. I am planning to go to the library a lot. I am planning to go to museums. I am planning to have the water slide almost a permanent fixture in our backyard and probably carry a personal fan that I will not drop in front of
It's
you.
beautiful. Yeah, because I would step on it because I wouldn't have my fan and I'd be cranky. You know what? It's kind of like
What would
putting
you?
up the water, like the inflatable water slide or the kiddie pool, putting it on the grass. It's like I will kill all the grass in my yard to have some relief from this.
Mhm. And honestly, killing the grass is a good thing because it saves you in watering that
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah. It's a victimless crime of summer.
A victimless crime. What are you going to do? What are your prep plans?
I've been prepping hard. I'm gonna do a lot of ice, like freezing toys and ice, so that we just go outside and watch it melt. I think that's a good
So that's 10 minutes of your 10 minutes of your day.
10
Check.
minutes of my day. We can watch from the window. We can watch from different parts of the house, watch it from inside the air conditioning. I think I'm gonna do a lot of movie series where we watch like Toy Story 1 through 4. We can dissect the character arcs.
Yes, make it a project. Okay, we're going to watch this, and I need you to come back with me with a project that inspired you. What's something that you learned, and I want you to create a visual representation
Yeah,
of that.
we're gonna watch
Good
Toy
learning.
Story, and then we're all gonna go find a toy that we have been mean to,
Mhm.
and we're going to apologize,
Mm.
and we're gonna play with that toy. We're gonna
Mhm.
play nicely with that toy.
As to Earth signs, Sarah and Maggie are always preparing, which is why it's time to play Till Death Do Us Part.
Aw, why?
The game where they interview potential replacement besties in case the other one kicks the can. Okay, Maggie, your potential new bestie is an Emmy award-winning director and producer who has a love for storytelling and passion for tales of strong women in history. She's directed the documentary film Rise Above WASP about the Women Air Force Service Pilots from World War II and PBS's Beyond the Powder, telling the story of the first women's cross-country air race and the women who still race today. She's currently directing and producing the aviation docuseries Why I Fly. Please welcome my possible replacement, Kara White.
Hi, Kara.
Hello.
Wow, what a bio.
Thank
I'm
you for having
excited
me.
to quiz you and score you on your answers of these very non-serious questions after such an impressive biography there.
I know look, here's the thing. I'm already nervous that nothing has to happen to me for her to replace me. So,
Oh no.
Maybe we
You're
yeah.
you're
Maybe we
oh,
just
stop it.
widen the circle,
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, Kara, are you ready for your first question? Okay.
I am ready.
Would you rather film airplanes or film people in airplanes?
Ooh.
People
Oh.
and airplanes.
Tell us more.
It's everything whenever we do any airplane stuff, it's not about the metal or the cloth. We're always like, it's just fabric and wood and metal. It's about the people. We want to tell the strong stories of people from history and the people who are doing it now. And the aviation community is incredibly welcoming and very cool stuff is happening. So definitely the
Can I ask
people.
a
That's
quick?
where
I
it's
have
at.
a very serious would you rather question, but what got you into airplanes?
My grandpa, he was not a pilot, but he was in World War II, and he was a tail gunner. And I did a paper in college because I had no idea about this, where I was just like, I just need to interview a friend of mine who's not from my generation. And I was like, I guess
And
grandpa
that
will be it.
spawned this incredible
And
career
he
and
started talking about
so
that, and
many
I just,
interesting stories you've told since. Very cool.
yeah,
But this is a serious question now.
yeah.
Okay. Would you rather fly across the country in a plane filled with toddlers who miss their nap time, or drive across the country with a man who has a headache?
Oh, uh,
Wow,
drive
you are
across the country with a
brave.
man who has a
You are
headache.
brave.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know, but airplane full
That's
of kids,
fair.
I think I
That's
might
fair.
lose
I
my
mean, this
mind.
was really a no-win question, but I
Although, how long is
appreciate
the
really
airplane
was.
ride?
your answer there. Okay, that's some points that I'm gonna be scoring.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a lose-lose
True.
situation.
But I have to know how you'll react under
There is
pressure.
no
You know?
no good answer on that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. I will say, when you're in an airplane, if the airplane has in entertainment, right? If there's an entertainment system within the airplane, you can easily distract the toddlers. With a man in a car with a
True.
headache, you can't get away from
No,
that
there's
pain.
nothing you can do.
It's just hopeful that they'll, like, fall
Oh,
asleep, maybe?
you're an
Oh,
optimist.
I appreciate that.
I guess when I drive the car and Adam is in the
That's
car with me,
good.
he falls
That's
asleep
good.
immediately.
Okay.
He is-
Making, some extra
like
points
that.
there.
Yeah.
All right, Kara, this is your last question. And I've actually decided to go with an open-ended question. So you are currently producing and promoting, and you directed the docuseries Why I Fly. And with that, you interview different pilots and why they're flying, why they are in aviation. So I'm curious, if you were a plane yourself, what type of plane would you be, and why would that plane fly?
Ooh. You know what's so funny is that I love telling stories about people from aviation, but, like, I get so airsick when I fly. It's the worst. Like, I've tried taking lessons and I get sick every time. But I don't know what plane I would be, but I've always wanted to be a bird because I think a bird has definitely more exciting maneuverability than an airplane, because airplanes just kind of like go. But birds, you can like dive bomb and do all this other stuff, which I know you can do, and technically in like aerobatic planes you can do really fun stuff, but I think the bird's where it's at. I don't know what kind of bird, but I would be a bird.
I dig it.
For
I
sure.
dig it.
I would also say
All right,
bird.
Maggie, are you ready
Yeah.
for are you ready to give your results, or do you have any follow-up questions?
Yeah, the bird answer really sealed the deal for me. I'll tell you that. And you actually scored over 100 points and are officially a fabulous replacement bestie. Kara, I can't wait to be your
Yay.
bestie someday, but I can wait because I hope that Sarah and my friendship never dies. Clarifying. No.
That's true. You don't want to lose, Sarah.
Kara,
I am very excited and very honored.
It's an honor and a privilege to be replaced by you, if I'm being, honest.
Aw,
If
that's very kind.
our
Most kind.
listeners are interested in learning about what you do, where can they find you at on the socials?
Oh boy. So we are Hemlock Films. That has everything that we do, and then Why I Fly series is our new series.
What
What
up and coming projects are you working on? Is there anything you can talk about yet?
No, I think we've got some stuff like the irons in the fire, so to speak, where we have a big board with all the possible projects. We're just waiting for people to fund us on certain things, and then in the meantime, we are still in the middle of filming Why I Fly, which we have, I think, still like we're halfway through. So we're working on some stories with NASA, which I'm super excited about, and yeah, so I think that's going to be our next trip.
Meaning trip to the moon or trip to NASA?
I wish it was to the moon. I wish. Well, again, I love all things space related. I probably would not go to space. Adam will leave me and go to space by himself
with a headache.
With a headache. Space terrifies the crap out of me. You can't breathe. There's too many things that can go wrong. I'm very excited to watch everybody else go into space. But no, we Houston, maybe LA for JPL. So we're waiting. We got approval. We are just waiting to schedule
amazing,
things.
Kara.
So we'll be in mission control in
That's
NASA.
Amazing. Kara, thank you so much for joining us today and being my replacement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode, we would love a review, subscribe, or for you to share this with a friend you think would like it.
Or all three of those things. You can do all three and make our day and help us grow.